I have some more thoughts about DORA implementation for anybody who happens to be working on this. Actually, not just DORA implementation, anything that requires delivery by a deadline, but particularly a compliance mandate where there's an enforcement date and consequences if you miss it. So I'm reading a book at the moment called Move Fast and Fix Things by Anne Morris and Francis Frei, and if you haven't read it, check it out. It's awesome. Lots and lots of insight in it, loads of wisdom, very practical, and I picked out 3 things that I think might be helpful. So there's this false belief in business, in a lot of businesses, where there's a certain nobility to moving slowly, that you're doing the right thing if you're very, very deliberate about doing things, and the pace is less than accelerated. What they actually show is that's not true, right? There's not necessarily nobility or righteousness in moving slowly. That it's totally possible to move fast and not break things. It's totally possible to move fast and fix things. It's all about how you do it. And the foundation of doing that is trust. And it means building the relationships with people. It means having honest conversations with them. It means being upfront and actually saying what's on your mind instead of dancing around issues. So that was the first thing. Just break away from the belief that there is righteousness and nobility in moving slowly. The second thing that they highlight in the book is this idea of start to finish time, right? And it's a function of the amount of work in progress you have and the cycle time to get a thing to closure. Now, typically, when we're under pressure to deliver to a deadline, what we tend to do is work harder, right? So what might have started off as a 9-to-5 job goes 9 to 5 and then 7 to 11, and then it spills over again into the weekend, and. Now, that's not good for anyone, right? It really isn't. It's a recipe for burnout, just not good at all. So instead of working harder, the cliche is to work smarter, but it's like all cliches, right? There's truth in it. And what they mean was, when you look at this function of cycle time and work in progress, instead of tweaking the cycle time and trying to go more and longer, reduce the work in progress. And what that means in practical terms is look at what you're actually working on. Can you de-scope some of it? How about prioritizing certain things and saying those other things, we'll get to them later? Better still, you say, we're aiming for a really, really high standard on things that support our critical functions and our most important business services. Those other things, yeah, it'd be great if we could be perfect at everything, but we can't. So how about we just make our peace with not being so good at other things? Reduce the work in progress, reduce the number of things you're working on, and you'll actually find that you close the most important things way faster. Last tip is decentralized decision making. And this is one for all the leaders out there. So the people who have big teams, authority, decision making power. The best thing you can do for your organization, spread it out. Decentralize. Allow the people who have day-to-day hands-on expertise and knowledge, the people who are closest to the issue, to take ownership of making decisions, and you'll find that things start moving way, way faster. Don't be the bottleneck. So with that, I wish you more happy DORA implementation. I'll be back soon with some more insight, but for now, yeah, just believe that it is totally possible to move fast and fix things. We'll get there.